Yo, this is the Black Dog Dating King. Always keeping it street. Hoping you'll get into my channel and peep. Hit the bell if you like me. Smash up the likes, of course. But subscribe so I can keep making videos to provide. So today we talking about relationships. As we always do, right? But we're gonna be talking about people who basically been married. Now, I've never been married before. I've been in a relationship. Anybody who follows my channel know I've been in the longest relationship I've been in was like 10 years. So I'm not judging anything like that. But we will show basically the end of these people's relationships. One of the people that we're going to be talking about today, he's a relationship coach. And that's him right there. So he was married to this woman, and he got caught cheating or exposed. So now his relationship is on the line. I would say this, fellas. Just be careful who you choose to be your wife. And if you're going to go down that road, make sure you get all your playerism out the way before you actually commit to something like that. See, it's different if you're not married because no one's expecting the person that's not married and single, right? So, long story short, just be mindful on what do you want to do. Now, I'm going to go to the next one. Okay. This one I'm about to show you. Well, before we even go to that, we're going to talk about the relationship coach. All right. Now, what's really hurting him right now, to me, is that he was married to her, right? It seemed like they had a good, wonderful relationship, right? Seemed like they had a wonderful relationship. So, the problem is, people want to see results, right? If I'm a coach, I'm a coach. I am. But I am a dating coach, right? So I'll show you how to do it, but then it's on you to do everything else. Whether you want to keep it or whether you want to leave, that's all up to you. So basically, it's gonna be really hard. I mean, maybe it'd be easy for him. Maybe because he already got the fan base and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, it's a difficult situation to explain when people do start asking questions like, "Hey, how you gonna tell me to do this when that happened to you?" And that's fair. That's fair. And you have to have a mindset to figure out it's nothing wrong with listening to somebody as long as the improvement is there. You get me? So will it hurt his chances? Most likely, because people want to see improvement. People want to see you shine, right? Or your fans. So for when you're not, then the fans kind of leave, and the ones that were fans are no fans no more because they feel like you're not needed. Right? You're not needed because how are you gonna coach me on getting in a relationship when you just bounced out of basically you're divorcing and you got this other chick. Hold on. And I would say, when you're doing this and you're dating, so look at life as everything is built upon your introductions, right? So when you meet this woman that you probably want to spend the rest of your life with, fellas, your interest is on your introductions, right? Now, the crazy part is, if you've been in toxic relationships before you met the person you want to, spend the rest of your life with, what you don't want to repeat is the things that didn't work, right? So you don't want to relapse in your toxic ways. So you try to find ways to, be more supportive to your partner, to your mate. It's seemingly to be important to who you are in the relationship. Why I say that? Why would I say that? Well, if you want to marry somebody, you have to practice upon yourself. Make sure that the bad things in the relationship that you've, figured it out and know what you did the last time, make sure that is the lowest risk of the person you choose to be with. Why would I say it should be the lowest risk? Because you don't want to repeat the same mistakes that you did in the last relationship. That's why it's good to ask your ex, what are some of the things that, that you didn't like about what I did? So you ask these questions. Okay, you ask, okay, what's some of the things you didn't like? And then you write that down. You get it all nice and right. Okay? And remember, you have low risk once you start this out because you want this to be concrete. So you won't do mental or physical abuse to the person you choose. You want to build good behaviors. Yes, fam, good behaviors. You want to good behaviors. So this is how you build it. What I tell you, ask your ex that you was with, if y'all still on good terms or whatever, and you say, hey, look, what's some of the things that you didn't like. Then you start building on the things that you won't do to the next relationship, which would be a woman that you choose to be with, fellas, to be married to, right? Okay, so this is your chance to do right. So you start off the good behavior instead of maybe she say, let's just use it for example, maybe you play games a lot, right? So you cut back and you start going to the gym or you go to the library with your mate. So now you're building good behaviors that you didn't build when you was with your last chick that you was with, right? In your last relationship. Then you start adding things that y'all both want to do together, right? Together. Now, yes, no relationship is perfect, okay? I tell anybody, even for me, therapy is key. Whoever I'm talking to, whoever I'm with, we're gonna go to therapy. If I happen to get married in the future, it's the same thing. I do not want to sit here and make it seem like, that I can handle everything when I know that it takes a village to raise someone, but it takes a lifetime to get to know them. Smash up the likes, and I'm keeping it all the way street fight through day and night. And hit subscribe. Open your mind. So, You want fellas, for the ladies, they want a man with a spine. Yes, with a spine that knows exactly what is needed and what they can do to help the situation. Not be a problem, not perform toxic ways, literally finding ways to do these things. Now, this is the thing, ladies who are watching my channel. Now, if you want your man to literally be with you, these things have to be implemented. These things have to be implemented because if it's not, then what good for to stay with that person? So, and that goes both ways. All right, so you're adding good behaviors, right? You're building good behaviors with these things. Moving on. This will be an adequate response to the person you're dating and you're spending your time with. Eventually, you feel this person, if you get to this point, uh, you want to be married to or be with, and like I said, it takes time, but you need to figure this out. And if they're with you on the same team as you, they wouldn't mind spending that time, right? So I don't want to get all into this relationship, but I do want to show the woman who he actually choose over his wife, his ex-wife. Okay. So so here we go. And the reason why I'm showing this is because you have to think, okay? You don't want to put yourself in situations where you're married to somebody and then, people think you're this great person. There's nothing wrong with getting out of a relationship. There's nothing wrong with divorcing somebody. But when you have a fan base like this man I just showed, it's tough because people are gonna say things. They're gonna, yeah. And I know people don't care. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, how does it look for somebody to tell you how to get the person you want when they literally jumping in and out of relationships right in front of you? So that's not gonna be easy to sell. That's all I'm saying. Now I'm gonna move on to the next one because I don't want to take too much time on his marriage and the situations that he developed over time. So, like I say, I'm gonna keep it all the way street fight. Make sure you smash up the likes. Open your mind, and we're gonna settle in and hit subscribe. So I'm gonna be on to the next one, and this guy I actually look up to. The guy that I'm about to tell you. I listen to his music, and I actually like as far as like an MC because he's different. He's different than other rappers in a lot of different ways. And why I say he's different. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and and do it the right way. Now, um, this guy right here. Hold on. So I want to make sure that I get a good picture on. Okay. Now, the next person, as you can see, it is the rapper slash was a pimp, Sugar Free. Now, in this situation, I honestly believe, and I'm gonna keep it real short upon this. The building on good behavior. I honestly think that a man is free to do what he want to do. I mean, as far as like choosing women or a certain type of woman, you know, if you make a mistake, you make a mistake, fam. You should never look at it like the end of the world. Why? It's because one woman won't do, another will. And it's simple. It's not hard. All you have to do is know how to actually go out and fish. So a fisherman's gonna be able to eat as long as it's by the sea. So fellas, ladies, let me talk to the fellas for a second. So don't never think in a million years you can't get the woman of your dreams. Now, I was proud of the pimp, Sugar Free. But there are divorcing. And if you ever realize when it comes down to divorces, it's always ugly. Like, ugly. Right? People gonna have weigh in on it, say things. And, it's never good. It's never good at all. So, not at all. Like, not at all, literally. So, what you want to do is, you want to be positive, but you also want to know what you're getting yourself into. And I'm going to be real with you. The guy that I'm talking about right now, I'm going to give you my answer right after I show you what he wrote first. And then I'm going to show you what she wrote. Okay. Alright. So. Alright, so. Alright, she was on. Hold on. But. There we go. Uh, I'm gonna get straight to it. There's so many different videos. Just give me a hot second. Phew. Alright. Take too much time. Damn, what was that? Hold on. Sugar free. Okay. I have to go another route. Here we go. Let me go to Google. Okay. Okay. There it is. Alright. So I took forever, but just give me about a couple of more seconds. Like I say, I'm gonna keep it all the way street fight. Smash up the likes. Open your mind and hit subscribe. So this is stuff I was talking about when it come down to just relationships in general. Like to know that, you know, here she goes, and I'm gonna let y'all hear it right now, okay? She's about to go on and off a little bit, and then I'm gonna show his. I believe it was his Twitter or something. It's some social site, but anyway. Here. Not for me to say, but it's a must. I want you guys to know that those pictures that are going around the internet of me with a side photo of somebody else's body is surely not me. That is defamation of character. My soon-to-be ex-husband is slandering my name. He has said bad things about my son and fathers, mothers, anyone who's got some game about themselves knows that you don't talk about kids, especially in that manner. But as you understand, this is why, one of the reasons why I have to leave. A person like that is nothing to me. I'm a woman of God, I'm a woman of character, I'm a woman of integrity, and I must say that it was a very unhealthy place for me to be in. Friends and family, I thank you for all the support. If you have nothing kind to say, please don't. The story will be out soon. Now, I would like to comment on some of the things that, because it also, he has something that is written on his on his Twitter. He didn't like literally speak, you know. But uh, mm, let's see if I can get it through here. Let me see. And then after I show you the text, I'm gonna reply to just really just relationships. Period. Like it comes a time where you just have to grow up from, you know, certain shit. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, you do what you want to do. You're grown. But my my thing is, if you're gonna start a relationship, make sure it's for the good, especially when you're trying to get married. Right. So this is what